go into topic number 2. And like I said, it piggybacks on Chirac because this is a story out of Chicago, and I would guesstimate that it's in the portion of Chicago known as Chirac. I could be wrong, but I feel pretty strong about that guess. All right, so in Chicago, many people know that a 9-year-old boy named Tyshawn Lee was believed to have been ambushed and murdered execution style. Some say the killing was gang-related due to the boy's father's possible gang involvement. Some are upset that the boy's mother used money that she received from a GoFundMe campaign online that was supposed to go to his funeral. She ended up utilizing that money for, she bought a brand new vehicle, a 2015 vehicle.
How do they know?
Well, it made Instagram and the social media, and then people got upset, and then she took to Instagram and got upset at the people who got upset at her, and she pretty much stated that it was a fact that this is what she did. She said that her son would have wanted her to get a new car, and things like that. I don't have her. I could paraphrase, but basically she said her son would have wanted her to get a new car. She has to live her life. She also said that she hinted to receiving some sort of threat that from the people who killed her son, that they would end up killing her. And she stated that getting the car was for her safety. Personally, I'm not really all that upset about that situation. Mm-hmm. What is she going to do with the money? I mean, I guess she could have given the money back.
So he didn't have a funeral? I'm just trying to understand.
No, he did have a funeral. The funeral home paid for the funeral themselves. They did not charge her. She wanted to raise $10,000, and she got over $17,000. But none of that had to go to the funeral expenses because the funeral home did not charge them based upon the circumstances of the situation. People are quick to, and people have a good heart, and they want to give money because this is a bad situation, a 9-year-old dying from anything. But this is like the worst gang and, all this speculation and all this shooting going on. So people donate it. But in these situations, when folks don't have the money, usually there's a state or county agency that ends up paying for these funerals anyway.
But do people realize that when that happens? I mean, when that happens, you don't know. I mean, that's not the first thing I would think of, like, oh, I know I'm going to be covered. The funeral's going to be covered by the state. I don't think that's the first thing that you think of.
No, I'm talking about the people giving the money, not the mother. The mother, who knows what she was thinking of, but the people donating. I'm just saying that out loud.
Right.
For people who donate, this expense is paid for. So in this area, the Passaic County Board of Social Services does pay for these expenses when the people can't afford it on their own. Now, it won't be a lavish situation.
Yeah, I don't think it's a lot of money.
You're not going to have gold
very little.
On the casket. It's not going to be, ivory or anything like that happening. It's going to be the lowest bargain basement,
Right, and you may not be able to bury that child when you want to bury that child either.
What to say? What the wrong date?
I don't know. It could be the wrong Potter's field or something.
Right. So donate, but in this case, people donated for that expense, which did not exist, and she was left with over $17,000, and she needed a vehicle. Now, when you don't have money and you come into money, and there are things that you need, basic things like I don't know if I can call a car basic, but I'm going to go ahead and call that a basic thing. She utilized the money. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying I'm not overly concerned. But I didn't donate, so I guess I can say anything.
What do you think about it?
Well, listen. Now, here's a few things. I'm skeptical about it, almost everything. If she knew that the the funeral was going to, I mean, the church was going to take care of the funeral, that's something different. If she didn't have an idea, didn't know, like you said, automatically she doesn't think about it. She's probably just thinking that she doesn't have the money to, to bury her son the way he should be buried. Okay. So she decided, to GoFundMe, and this what came in. And then, blessings come in a lot of different ways. And the church said, listen, we're not going to charge you, to bury your son. They'll take care of the expenses. And I don't, how does she know how to get the money back, even if she wanted to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right. So I don't think she'll be able to chop that up and give it out. Like if I gave,
I don't know if I would have said. I mean, this may not be the right thing to say, but I don't know if I would have just told people whatever I do with the money. That's really
your business,
right? I don't know why she went publicly and said, "Yeah, I bought a brand new car."
She said it came out, right? It came. I don't think she did it right away. I think it came out.
It came out that
she bought a vehicle, and then she.
I wish she would have hollered at me because I wouldn't have said nothing.
Well, I look at it this way: desperate times, desperate measures. If she needed a vehicle to get around, maybe she needed that vehicle to get out
but
of the
nobody has
but
to
she's
know.
Right. You don't have to go on.
Right.
I definitely would not have gone on social media with any of my own personal business, no matter what it is. I'm not saying that I would have kept people's money, but whatever my personal business is, whatever it might be, good, bad, indifferent, whatever, I still won't go on social media and start screaming on people. So listen, folks, once again, that number, 973-460-8931. Call us and get your comments in on the Urban Renaissance Internet Radio Show. So we talked about Chirac 2 times. Oh, I think we got another caller coming in.
I think we do.
We will take that call as well. Let's see.
Here we go.
Caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Hello, caller, can you hear us?
Yes. I'm just trying to figure out what would have been acceptable, because, she had the money and the child, the funeral home paid the services. What was, if she'd have paid her rent up for 6 months or whatever, would that, what would have been acceptable? Is it the fact that it was told that she bought a car? Would it be okay if they didn't tell? If nobody knew she bought a car? What would have been acceptable?
Right. That is a good question, and we throw that question out to anyone who feels that what she did was unacceptable, because those are the folks that would be able to answer that one. I like I said, I don't have a problem with what she did with the money. Once she received it,
that's it.
It was basically her money.
Right.
That other expense, like the caller said, my mom, that other expense was taken care of. So, and if people are donating anonymously, I don't know if there's a mechanism to return money to people. And I don't know if people who need money for basic items are in a position to return that type of money.
That's like I had a friend who got married, and then right after the wedding, it was over. And she got a lot of money at the wedding. Do she give everybody their gift back
because they got divorced?
Right. So my thing is this. How soon was it? It was about 6 months. Okay. My thing is this: if I give you something,
that's it.
It's done.
It's given to you.
Done.
Right.
And I can't renege on what I give, even if the marriage does not work out. I mean, and I should know this coming to the wedding. Nothing lasts, we don't know.
Right. Exactly. Usually when you donate something's hard, heavy on your heart, you want to give. Is the caller still there?
Unless you have a motive, unless you're giving for a motive.
Right. Well, yeah, but no, I mean, if something like this is happening, like I said, if you decide to donate, it's something on your heart most of the time. For a situation like this, something had to be heavy on your heart to want to give. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So even if the circumstances was different and she had money left over, okay, so what?
Right.
So she paid for the funeral. She had some money left over. She was able to buy a new stove or whatever, or appliances, clothes, or whatever. It doesn't make a difference.
Right.
The money was given. She took the money.
We don't know if she had other kids to get around, a job.
Absolutely.
Now I can get in my car.
All right, let me throw a monkey wrench in it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
It's been reported that the father has now opened a
GoFundMe.
You know what?
GoFundMe.
Did he raise the child?
it's been reported that neither the mother or the father raised the child. The child was with a grandmother.
That's a whole different ball game.
Well, that's the monkey wrench.
That's the monkey wrench.
And
I don't understand. I don't know why the father. Well,
he's late.
He
He's
saw
late.
money coming in.
He's late.
And
he said,
now,
"Well, she got let me jump in on that
Go
that
ahead.
GoFund." No, I'm saying that's what he probably said to himself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Possibly. Hey, we got to thank our second caller. I did not get her name, but thank you, second caller, for calling in. And folks, we encourage everyone to hit us up 973-460-8931 on this topic or any other topic that we talk about on the Urban Renaissance Internet Radio Show. Right now, I think it's time that we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back, and we'll jump into Relationships Revealed. Don't forget to call us. We have some Shaka Khan on deck. Ain't Nobody. Urban Renaissance Internet Radio Show.